Live. Hey, folks, if you're here, do us a favor. Welcome Chad Sheridan.
Yeah,
because we got a cameo, and I think we should start this live stream with a little cheers. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're popping the energy drinks. All of us. Look at that.
NIO with the record delivery numbers. Don't look at the stock price action today. It doesn't matter. Not worried about that right now.
Yep. Yeah, lots of people in my comments a little salty about the stock this morning.
You know what? Don't worry about it. We'll talk about that.
I was going to say, don't want to get into it too soon, but I was going to say, I was surprised. I didn't check it till like 11 a.m. either.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to come up. It is definitely going to come up. I do want to check and make sure we were busy setting everything up. And by we, I mean Chad and Seth, as I sat by and didn't really help at all.
No, it wasn't hard.
But they were getting us set up. So Jeff, he sees you here, Chad.
All right, so you see that, Chad?
What's up, Jeff?
Yeah, I see
on the
it.
right side there. Yeah, that's Jeff.
Yes.
He's been asking for it. He's been asking for it.
Some people have been asking.
Is he one of the ones I was tagging on Twitter? I saw some people were on Twitter tagging people like, oh,
yeah,
collab.
Yeah.
They've been asking for it. And shout out to Freedom Mike. I've done Stock Dudes did collabs with me before. It's because I got internet. That's why.
You got new internet?
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Hold on, Aaron got new internet and didn't let me know.
I didn't even tell about this because I know his schedule's a little different, and Seth and my schedule is tough to always align. And so it's just one of those things where I'm looking forward to getting Mike on here again as well.
Upgraded to the Allo.
It's a long story.
The Allo's good. High speed.
Sorry, we've always got side stuff going on over here.
And Chad does videos on his other channel with Freedom Mike, correct?
Yeah, well, they started Stock Dudes, and then they each went off, and they've got their own channels now. By the way, Chad Sheridan, right there, and his YouTube is on the screen because Seth set it up.
I tried.
Now, Chad, what's your take? And by the way, is there a delay? Are we lagging with you, or is everything coming through okay?
It seems fine.
Okay, so we're live.
Yeah, let us know, chat, if anything's weird, because this is the first time we've done this. Like you guys know, we're not great with all this stuff.
So this isn't like ABC when you're watching the finals and there's a 5 or 10 second delay where you hear what they're saying on the court and you're like, wait a minute.
Oh, wow, choppy.
Well, are you looking at NIO?
Choppy. No, just everything. Just choppy.
All right.
Now I'll look at NIO chart for the first time today.
BA says, let's go, Chad. I'm surprised Chad is this quiet. I think the chat doesn't know what to think. They're freaking out.
I don't know.
They're starstruck. They were like,
Sheridan? 3 chats. Let's go, guys. It's delivery day. I know you guys got questions and like stuff to say. Come on.
Oh, man.
Pick us up.
Here we go. Here we're getting a little action in the chat.
Wall Street, Jeff said Wall Street needs much more confirmation on deliveries.
I think I'm going to wait. I'll weigh in with my thoughts after a bit. I want to
confirmation on first. Like legit. Ken, what's up, Ken? What am I missing? I know the good points and positive activity of NIO, but since there are so many sellers, what am I missing that they must be seeing to short the stock? Anyone go?
Ted. I was reading Ted's comment.
Ted is the most sarcastic man in this chat. Maybe Will Smith.
Yes, probably. I don't know. NIO's just always heavily shorted like crazy. And that nonsense Grizzly research thing that came out, they're starting to freak out because it's going up. It was like up 90% from its low at one point, and they're losing a crap ton of money. So, they want this thing to go down. So, yeah.
I will say
it's just the overall market today.
Yeah, I was going to say
this
has been a great market to short, and shorts 100%. Have been making money on it, and that's not just NIO, but I do think if we look at trade volume today, I think it's pretty low. And so you've got the backdrop of the weak stock market.
Oh, yeah.
I called it crashy and trashy in my latest video. I kind of like that.
I do. That's nice. I like that.
So
volume's super low today.
Yeah, when you've got that low volume and the kind of overview of the market weakness, I mean, that's really easy. And I think it's not even just shorts. I think if I'm a big investor and I'm actually surprised or pleased, or I see the trajectory for NIO into the end of the year, this actually makes sense to push down and
I'm gonna
buy
say
and
maybe,
go long
maybe
on.
holding,
So we
holding
could see
it
some
down
of that
to buy.
going on too. Yeah.
Money's
Yeah, but
moving.
right now there's only like an hour left in the market, and volume's just shy of 50 million. And average of the last 3 months is almost 70, like 68.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, volume's low. I mean,
Quarter
like I
two's
was saying in my
over.
video today, it's just overall market's just down. Well, actually, the three major indexes are up now, but yeah, overall market, lots of things down. That's what stocks are going to be following.
Yeah,
but a couple were moving up at the second half of the day.
Yeah,
I got some stuff, but I haven't looked too much.
I think there might be a benefit for the folks who do the most manipulation of the markets heading into the long weekend to not have 100%. It look like total and complete trash.
They're just loading up and waiting for us to open up on Tuesday.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Yeah. A lot of times too, when there's a long weekend, Mondays are closed or something like that. Usually the market's down a lot of times, I've realized. So,
well, my concern remains the market and not NIO. But that's also because I'm still long term. That's long term for me was 2025, and that was in 2020. So, I understand that people are sensitive and a little short sighted when it comes to monthly deliveries not being where they want, or based on this report today it's down, but that's very short-sighted from the lens I'm using. And so I don't really I look at it more as, okay, what are the data points that I can study? Like, okay, we've got low volume,
like why?
Selling pressure,
or the why.
What does that mean? Kind of moving forward.
For sure.
I mean, Neopark comes online and they get to where they're doing 20,000+ a month vehicle deliveries by the end of the year. Let's just see where we're sitting then.
I was gonna say that's not very far away where that's going to be happening. And they said their supply chain and everything is all sorted out. They're not having issues from that anymore. So that gets me pretty darn excited.
Yeah, so. I think
Q3, Q4.
Yeah, they had talked about Q3
about Q3
positively, and that's
let's enter it.
We're in it.
We're in it.
Let's go.
Yep.
So we got to get to comments. What are we missing over here? We're missing everything.
We got U11 is back. What's up? He said, "What's up?" I said, "What's up?" Not much, man. Doing a live stream.
Love it.
The usual Friday shenanigans.
We got the one and only.
Thanks for the collab. Happy 4th of July. It is 4th of July weekend, people.
True story.
If you are here, of course, in America, we got a global community.
Yeah,
so it's not 4th of July weekend for everyone.
Also true.
Ted, if I had to guess, Chad is thinking about fishing. Chad, you thinking about fishing, man?
Yeah, and scuba diving. That's been the thing I'm into now. So yeah,
scuba diving. Hey, I've been snorkeling once, but never like scuba, like way under. That kind of freaks me out. I'm not.
Yeah, I'll have to send you some pictures, Aaron. Hey, I got some crazy pictures and video from it.
BA Mr. P stated ET7 is not washable, like car wash.
I don't know
what do you mean
means
by that, BA.
BA, can you
elaborate?
Because we don't know.
Car wash?
We don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Jeff said consistency. Just give me the keys to NIO so we can turn it on and get it started. Jeff's on it.
Jeff is not playing. He's for real.
No.
ET7 deliveries are killing it. Yeah, I was super happy with those ET7 deliveries. That was awesome.
Yeah. That's,
how many was it? I know that was like a whole big key video. It was like 4,000 something. Yeah,
it was over 4,000.
But can you blame him? The ET7 is just. That's the one I'm buying. If I could.
Yeah. Yeah, they did pretty much 4,349 ET7s exactly there.
Report just in case we need a fact check.
I mean, next month it's probably going to be, or this month technically, it's going to be probably their highest selling car delivery wise.
Yeah, I think. And Marcel made a good point in his video. He was talking about how, it'll be interesting. He was pleasantly surprised as well. And so, again, that's kind of nice. I don't know that people realize how early it is. March, they only delivered for a couple of days. April and May both were shut down, like in major areas for NIO. So this is really the first kind of glimpse we've gotten. I didn't expect this number because I remember on the one earnings call, they told us they were going to slowly ramp up the volume on that.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah. So I was kind of like, oh, okay. If this is slowly ramping up, let's go then.
Right. I have it pulled up on my side because they did say that for the first few months, really to only expect, a few hundred as they're ramping up. And I said for a while that probably the end of June is when they're going to be kind of, I guess, quote unquote, fully ramped up. But so in March, they did 163. April, I was expecting, a few hundred, like they were saying, and they did almost 700 in April. And May, 1,700, and then they jumped from 1,700 to 4,300 from May to June. So that's growing a lot faster than I thought and what they originally told people. So I am very happy with that. I will definitely take that for sure.
That's awesome. Well, and here's the other thing that we don't really know. They haven't actually confirmed. They said in third quarter is when they were going to go into the double shift and higher capacity from the initial plant. So you're right. We could see a big uptick. I kind of want to wait and let them go ahead and deliver it before, it's kind of like on this one, I was conservative and I said, all right, 11,000, anything above, I'm happy. Boy, am I happy. Let's go. I want to see more of this.
That's exactly what I was saying sorry for interrupting. It was I was like, if they get back up to, their previous peak, 10,500, 10,800, I'm happy, but I would really love to see a record of around 11,000. I was saying pretty much the exact same thing. I didn't even know what you were saying, but turns out we were saying the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy with, almost 13,000. I'll take that for sure.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, because you tweeted something, it was like any guesses, and I was reading through the comments for a little bit and everyone was guessing. It seemed like 13,000 was like the most popular guess. Yeah, I was going to say it as well. And I was
people were on it. Some people were on it for sure. I think
crushed it
speaks to the great global community and the following. And I think it's funny, that supposed research report came out from those poor folks over there who are probably just getting clowned on and trashed at this point.
It was amazing how fast everyone jumped on their case. Yeah. It was unreal. That was my whole
right.
Day. I was like, wow.
Yeah, even in my video this morning, I mentioned, because I talked about their cumulative deliveries and, it was getting close to 220,000 or whatever. I can't remember the exact number. Right. And I was like, but according to these guys, they only got 100,000.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I saw that. That's a good point. I did see
and I was like, I don't know what kind of research they're doing, but
well, and the fact is you can find that number fairly simply. It's not like you have to go and do a whole lot of deep digging and extensive research just to find that simple number. So it's like, do your due diligence, people.
Yeah. It's funny. I want to jump back to the comments. Rune, what's up? Streaming from work over in Denmark. No prices.
Rune,
website up.
Let's go.
Yeah. No prices up, but the website is up. That's awesome. Man, it's so early. I mean, the sedan is barely out and they're already doing over 4,000 deliveries. Whew.
Wait until that ET5 too. ET5 is going to be killer.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I saw that they had, talking about the websites, I saw that they have them up in Germany, Netherlands, Sweden, and Denmark. They all went live today, so that's exciting stuff there too.
The ET5?
Wow.
No, just the NIO websites.
Oh, I got
getting ready to go into
European expansion.
Nice.
We did have. I saw there was something from Jeff up here.
Sorry, man. I'm promoting us real quick. I'll be on here.
It says, I think the analysts are betting a huge uptrend in 10 to 15 days, which tells me we have a delisting agreement ready to serve up. I think that is a great observation. I was wondering that myself. I won't be surprised. I am expecting it. I don't know if it'll come this soon. I did say, I don't know how many people were paying attention, but second half of the year in China, they have reason for a sort of political pump there as well. Not just the U.S., which frankly, I'm more nervous about the U.S. market than anything else. It's ugly. And I listened to what Powell had to say the other morning, and I was just shaking my head going, oh man, this could get really bad before.
There was no prop this week.
There was
the people. That's when you know the people are worried. when there's not a little.
I do think
Green
we'll get
Day in the middle of the week.
At some point, I think we'll get a pump. There's midterms. There's political reasons for it, if nothing else. But I am. There's a reason. There are a lot of reasons I picked NIO, and one of them is I see a clearer path from China with the NEV space and sector. And I don't think it's just NIO. I think NIO is a big beneficiary, but look at what Li Auto has been able to do, and a lot of people, and I am not comparing them because they're not comparable. A lot of people are trying to do that, but looking at that stock price run, it's just kind of like it's still early, you know.
Right.
Our good pal Felix tweeted something about comparing the NIO numbers to the Li Auto numbers, I think, and I was going to look at it.
Seth is all over, man. I'm telling you, he's give him an energy drink and just watch him go.
Yeah,
it's
right. You guys handle the chat. I'll just be looking stuff up the whole time. Don't worry about it.
Oh. BA says Norway deliveries
broke the monthly
record. Yeah, they were over 200, weren't they? Was it over 200? No.
That I don't know.
I want to say it was over 200.
I'll have to find that out.
I do know that it's been kind of a slow ramp up over there
in Norway.
Yeah. They
that wouldn't be on there,
but that's okay. I mean,
specific.
No, they don't really break that down.
Right. That's
on the NIO site.
Figure.
A couple people I follow on Twitter post it regularly though. And again, it's one of those where I think it's almost like putting a couple of toes in the water and checking the temp and getting ready to, all right, how's the positioning really going to be before we jump in?
Dude, right now it's like heated pool in the middle of the summer. Like you got to go. You got to get in.
They did 265 deliveries in Norway.
Wow, that's even better than I thought. Let's go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Quarter four.
Previous month was 245. So
that's progress.
So I'm months behind in mine. Don't even listen to me.
Oh no, quarter. Sorry, that's quarter. Hang on a second.
Okay, all right. Hold
Q2
on.
265, Q1 245. But let's see if I can find actually the month. Sorry.
Yeah,
got too excited.
Maybe I was seeing quarter and thinking monthly.
Yeah, probably.
Might have
killed the bear. Norway deliveries. We already did that.
We did. We need Douglas. Any news on the share count? Thought it would be reduced a lot since the other listings. Still, another week goes by. Don't know about the Singapore moving or how many exact shares were moved. Just up in the air. Hopefully, also PCAOB says something soon. July 6th. I think tariffs expire.
Yeah, I'm just watching. She was kind of active. Was in Hong Kong. Yesterday, I think it was. And so I'm just watching as things kind of open in China and hopefully stay that way.
Yeah.
With their celebration coming in November, I can't imagine that they want the backdrop of the ugliness, kind of like what we have in the US.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
What you would think it has to be somewhat restricted.
Well, did you see Chad Eric from Crossing China? I just watched his video yesterday. He had a NIO vehicle. He's from California, and he came back. And one of the reasons that he came back was the inconsistency with policies and how he just doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
Understand. Yeah, I didn't see it came back.
Yeah, and so
interesting. I'm gonna have to watch that.
just back. And so it was interesting to get that view and that lens, but I've just been following people to see if there are shutdowns, if they're, how restrictive, because at a point they have to adapt. They have to recognize. I mean,
I think I hope, and I think they have sort of maybe learned a little bit from last time and how much it affected everything. I mean, I don't really want to get into it too much, but it's like the lockdowns were worse than the thing they were trying to prevent. So it's like, I think they realized how bad
definitely needs to be a balance.
Yeah, exactly. So
sure.
I mean, you can do some kind of, restrictions, lockdowns, whatever, but not at the scale they were doing it, because it's just going to hurt other things more. So hopefully they learned a little bit. So
I feel like they had just way more of like a tolerance for a lockdown than Americans, like than the US. Like we were in lockdown for it just wasn't that long. And then we were back, and then we would just get told to lock down again, and then we would just go back. Like it was just long, and they just stayed stagnant. So hopefully,
it's crazy for me because I had just gotten out of prison.
Yeah,
and I was like just transitioning to home confinement. And,
sure,
we were working together. At the time.
We were frying chicken. Serving the people, right? People, let's go.
We were doing that thing, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, why is everybody? Where the cars? Where is everyone? And I'm like, wait a minute, they're really just listening to whatever they're told to do, and they're doing that. This was a completely different shift from how things were when I left, which was, 7 years earlier.
Right. Back in the day.
But yeah, the big change is this, it was apps came out while I was gone, the globalization of technology and
Really?
the news flow and the speed at which everything news flow wise gets propagated and like put out is I just that shocked me more than anything was coming back and going, wait, what? Everybody's doing what now?
So connected. I would almost say too connected, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Seth there.
It's funny.
I'm in Florida, so things were like completely different here than other states. Like we were open, one of the first states to open. It was like almost a year later, and like Mike came down from Ohio, and he's like asking all these questions, how it is in restaurants, and I'm like, it's all back to normal. We have been forever.
You were from Florida, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Florida, so it's like we've been.
I got a lot of family in Florida. That's cool. But yeah, Florida was definitely one of those states that was just like.
Yeah, like not having it. Let's open up.
Yeah. All right, we're comments. What do we got going here?
There, guys.
Sorry, y'all. We haven't forgotten about you. It's just we're excited to have Chad on here.
Jeff, I texted him and he read it. Showed red and I messaged. Wait, what?
He's talking about the
we killed the bear,
the shredded grizzly bear, folks.
Oh, I got you. Nice. Salty CTV, smash the like. We didn't even thank you, Salty.
Oh yeah,
man.
Thank you,
guys. As always, we appreciate any and all love. Smash the like button. Subscribe. Our channels are in the bottom left.
Yes.
Over here. I pointed the right way this time. They're down there.
I don't even know.
Yeah,
that's a skill all on its own right there.
Yeah, right. It's opposite. So you gotta just be ready.
Yeah.
YouTubes are down there, guys. Appreciate it. Love you all. Nikos, what's up, Nikos? Let's go. I'm having my traditional Friday evening glass of champagne with these EP7 deliveries. I'll have the whole bottle.
Heck yeah.
Going hard. Okay, that's how they do it in Greece.
Live it up. In Greece, that's how they do it. Jeff, champagne and dreams of NIO. Sleep tight, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
That's how they do it in San Fran, too. Let's go.
Arnaud bought a few NIO shares today. Let's go.
Nice.
Pick them up.
Netherlands.
Greetings from the Netherlands. Some more Netherlands. Let's go. Peter Parker, back. NIO, let's go.
Spidey.
Jeff, just welcoming people in the chat. Jeff should be like, I don't know.
Jeff is like the NIO host.
He should be like a moderator.
He's better with the people than we are, I swear. Shoot. Dionisio?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Buy, you can do it now. Sales price.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Eric Brown, when do you think NIO will be profitable? Take it over, boys.
What's your thought, Dad?
Yeah,
I was going to say, didn't NIO say Q1 2024?
Yeah, William Lee said basically 2024, but I think he's being conservative on that.
Right.
I think it's kind of like the guidance numbers where they're going to go ahead and over deliver.
Right.
And
I think probably, if I had to guess, probably Q3, I guess 2023 next year. See what happens. I would like to see earlier, but we'll see.
The delivery numbers are going to be an indicator.
Right. Yeah.
If we finish the year and NIO's delivering 20 or 25,000 vehicles a month, that's a lot for each quarter. And the margins are going to improve.
Yep.
And it's
hard to not make it conservative. You have to be so like conservative right now, though. It's hard to make like a for sure guess because there's so many.
And they're throwing all their money back into expansion too, which is a good thing. I don't blame them. I would rather see them do it. But yeah, Aaron, it's like you keep saying we're so early to this, and people don't understand that. I don't think so.
Yeah. I know. Yes. I mean, look, there's a reason that drive-throughs are so popular in the United States. We're not trying to wait for anything. We're trying to have it right now. Okay. Yep. And it's not because we're health conscious. We're trying to get it now.
Yep. Instant gratification people over here.
Yeah, for sure. So I understand even when people are like, oh yeah, no, I'm long term. But why is the stock price down this month? And
How long are you?
Pump brakes,
Yeah. Right.
And it's funny, and shout out Marcel. Marcel is the OG with NIO videos on YouTube. He's the first one I saw doing them and obviously he's a high level investor. But I think it was last weekend, he did the video where he talked about he was kind of frustrated because people keep talking about Li Auto and the stock price, and they're trying to do this comparison, and I'm just kind of like, I think people are missing the biggest shift that we're going to see possibly in our lifetime, and that is the NEV emergence. And China is way ahead of us on this, and I'm talking about the whole world, not just the US. And so there are going to be, I think, a number of winners from there. Sandy Monroe has already called it. He was there years ago, even before I was out of prison, before the global shutdown and all this kind of stuff happened. He was over there seeing them putting things in place for this. They are years ahead. I mean, they invited Tesla over. They learned from them. Tesla's done well there, but China is really benefiting from that. And I just think people are sleeping on this whole space at this point. They're not recognizing the difference between the earlier movers and the segments that they can take over. The
urgency.
I mean, great for Li Auto, great for Xiaopeng. Nothing against them. But I've chosen NIO for a reason. It's a different kind of company, and I think the brand is going to be a global behemoth.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably a year ago where they were even saying, because they have so many people on their NIO app, it's ridiculous, and they were saying, I think it was over 50% of people that are ordering there like don't even have a NIO, but they're still buying NIO life stuff, and that's only going to get bigger. And then you create that whole community of everything's got to be NIO that I have, like Apple. That's what I always compare it to. And they're just going to buy up everything NIO. So that's great. I mean, obviously the battery swapping is amazing, and now you can even just do hardware. It's not it's not just the battery. You can upgrade the hardware on your car.
Which
is
is
ridiculous. That's
crazy to think about, that your car is just like a computer and you can just like literally update it. It's amazing.
And again, I think those are things that NIO has incorporated at a stage and a level that we haven't seen here in the US. And so until people see it, and then they're going to go, wait, hold on, what? You can
They
do
just
what
got to
now?
give it a chance. They got to give it all this new tech, like as scary as it may seem or whatever your skepticism is. I mean, eventually it's got to catch on. Everything's always evolving. And I feel like the way that they do things are the most advanced or the most evolved. So eventually we have to get there, right? Time.
I think that's, ironically, it's an advantage that I have being away from the internet for over 7 years and then coming back and going, wow, things can really change a lot in this time. And then I'm looking at what's going on here and I'm looking over there and I'm like, all right, wait a minute. They're way ahead of us on this.
Wait a minute.
And so that's this is a future play, long-term for real. And we're so far behind in comments. Sorry, chat. We love you, chat.
Our now it is
we're here
back.
for you.
Everyone thought I was crazy when the stock was $14. All I thought was, if you can buy them for $40, if it goes, well, then why not for $14? That was a bargain. Well put.
Emotions, man. People are easily controlled by their emotions.
You're right.
Emotional. You can't be emotional in this one.
And that took me a long time to figure out. I mean, I was investing. I guess I started when I was like 19. I'm 31 now. So, and then probably just 4 years ago is finally when I learned, for the most part, 95% of the time or more, to keep my emotions out of it. And once you figure that out, man, that's when you really start making money. That's what I always tell people.
Well, especially in a bear market, it's even harder, I feel like.
I really test you for sure.
Right. Alex Rich is back. Well done on your basketball skills, Aaron. Hey, somebody peeped the basketball video.
Somebody saw the basketball clip. I gotta mix it up sometimes.
He's random.
It's
Heracles is back. Let's go. I think today is a turning point and strong indication of what's coming next. Can't wait for the ET5s. Go NIO, Nikos. We should create some Greek NIO community, man. That would be sweet.
Love it.
From Greece. Let's go.
it.
Yeah, I love the community. They're from. Yeah, I've got people everywhere.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah,
we get people from literally everywhere.
Well, what's fun is, based on the Seth measure, which is he checks the Twitter for NIO.
The Twitter follower.
Yeah.
The Twitter follower count. That's how I compare the company.
that way you can see how early it really is relative to like Tesla and Elon and that sort of thing.
The only reason I ever compare him is just because everyone wants to always put him in the same sentence, which is amazing to me because of just the difference. So I was like, well, you're putting someone with, millions and millions and millions of a following base versus someone with a couple 100,000. It's like, that's awesome.
That also brings up another point is I've been saying it more recently lately. It's like, with the whole how early we are is anytime I'm asking or I'm talking to anybody else that I know that invest and I talk about NIO, a lot of times they don't know who NIO is. And, it's like Tesla. Everyone knows who and what Tesla is. Right. Wait until that is how NIO is and how, stock's going to be flying then.
Yeah. So. Then we'll check on that stock price. I'm not worried about today.
Yeah. Again, it's the vision and it's recognizing. And for me, it's kind of like, I want to stay focused on the research and I trust that the stock will eventually follow the company. The company is positioning this year for a big 2023.
The base is getting built.
Yeah.
Still building the base.
Yeah. It's like Jeff Bezos said with Amazon when it crashed all the way down to like $13. He was saying, everything inside the company was getting better. They were being more profitable, making more money, but the stock is, completely tanked like 90% or something. But the stock doesn't reflect the company. So you just got to, and then now look at Amazon. Like if you were in it at $13, it's like the same thing. You just got to keep that in mind.
You're reaping the benefits of doing research and believing in what you invest in. No matter
the price will follow. The price will follow eventually. You just got to be patient.
Eventually, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Patience, like we said, no instant gratification around here, guys.
Yep.
Jeff's back. COVID policy with continue for additional 5 years, according to the government. Is that? Are you talking about
China?
Here,
China? I think he's talking about China, and we'll see. Yeah, I'm kind
Policies
of watching that too,
Jeff,
there to see how things move and shift. They still businesses need to operate. That's the present day that we're living in. So the nice thing about NIO is you can order the vehicle from the app. Yeah. And the more they streamline and get everything brought in house at NIO Park, and housing is going to be there. I mean, it's really set up so well for even the most challenging times. I think it's just a different company.
Policy is such a broad word. Like policy is always going to be there.
It's true.
It can always change.
That's why it's a policy. It's like, well, don't lean on that word too heavily, I would say.
Yeah, I do think it's worth monitoring. We've got to keep an eye on shutdowns to make sure, because again, the short-term stuff, look a little. Do we have a little pump in the market overall?
Sorry, guys, I'm watching the chart in the background.
Looks like
Get out there. Come on, 30 minutes, people.
Do the folks who manipulate the most want to make sure the market hasn't tanked at the end of the
Tuesday.
week?
There's no way they keep it down for that long.
Oh, man.
And Nikos is back. Cool stuff. I'm in Iraqless. Oh, they're talking about the community.
NIO Greece going.
I want to go I had a couple friends that I know from my grade. 2 of them were in Greece this week. And it's
you guys are just world travelers.
Pictures don't do it justice, obviously, but all I can say is from the pictures it looks awesome. Amazing. Levi.
I think it's Levi.
Why would NIO run in the future if it won't run on record delivery numbers?
I think the lens and the view matters, but you know what? There's another
good question.
There's another data point that we can't check for a few weeks, and that's a little thing called fails to deliver and
failures.
Yeah, I'm going to be checking that moving forward periodically because sometimes
see how it correlates.
Shares are magically not put anywhere, and I'm not going to say there's any nastiness or manipulation that goes on with it.
But
there might be a correlation.
Not here.
Not at all. No.
It's just something to monitor. It's been known to affect short-term volatility and price action in the stocks.
Known by a few.
This is definitely a great environment to short in. So I'm just going to throw that out. Just a few points out there. That's all I'm
the shorts are making money nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the dark pool right now for NIO, and it's 48.5% today of the volume is in the dark pool. So, yeah.
So we could have. It's very possible that we've got. And here's the thing: if you're a fund manager and you're looking to outperform the market this year, and you see that NIO has already said hey, third quarter is going to be a turning point. By the end of the year, they're going to be putting out probably 2x the numbers.
You're shorting it until
or you're shorting it to get long.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're suppressing it today so you can get your position cheap.
We all know why.
And then by the end of the year,
it's not because they honestly believe that the company is not going anywhere.
And that's the thing.
It really
end of the year you get to.
Oh my god!
What happened? What do you see, Chad? Chad's got.
So I'm looking at the dark pool stuff. And you can in Fintel, it's a day behind, but you can see of the dark pool volume, how much was short volume. So I'll just go back to
of the 48%.
Yeah, well,
or is that today? That was today.
Yeah, that was today. Okay, so whatever. It's usually NIO is usually around mid 40s to 50% in the dark pool. So 627, going back to 627 of the volume in the dark pool, which was 27 million shares in the dark pool, 59.77% was short volume. And then the next day was 30 million shares in the dark pool and 62% were shorted. And then the next day, so 629, 32 million shares in the dark pool, 61% was short. And then the 30th was 25 million in the dark pool and 63% of those shares were shorted. That's just insane.
And I feel like, isn't it? I feel like you should give a good, accurate definition of what a dark pool is, just for the people that maybe don't know.
Yeah, good point.
What we're talking
Chad,
about.
Do you want to explain the dark pools?
Maybe.
And I think there are 25 of them roughly out there. There are a bunch of them I know.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to explain. The easiest way I try to explain it to people is just you can buy, like big institutions can buy or sell shares in the dark pool. They can actually get better prices as well in the dark pool. And it just doesn't affect the stock, because literally the only thing that makes the stock go up or down is people buying and selling. Right. So these buys and sells, in the dark pool, they don't affect the stock price.
And that's how I try it. Very large amounts of money, correct?
Right. Yeah. I mean, 25, 30 million shares, like I said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I'm a real simple kind of guy. So I try and think in terms of concept that I can understand. So my thought is, okay, let's say, and we'll just use a pretend example. Let's say Goldman Sachs, big bank, wants to buy, 100 million shares of NIO. Rather than do that on the public exchange where everyone can see and then follow them.
Yeah, they're not buying it through Robinhood, guys.
The idea of the dark pools was so that they could not disrupt the market and buy quietly. So the idea behind it is honest and straightforward, I think. Where things get a little tricky and murky is that because they can delay things, they can have purchases that go on maybe for days at a time, or even if they're buying in one time zone and then it doesn't register or go through until the next day or two, that's where you get this lag, this delayed effect. And there are other things that can be kind of tossed in the mix. The idea is we can't see all that's going on.
Exactly.
And so there's a lot of activity, a lot of trading, whether it's buying, selling, both, that goes on that we don't have real time access.
We just don't give the privilege of knowing
all
about
that data.
Right.
And so Chad is watching some of it. But again, even that, like
you can't see
delayed.
And you can only see volume. You can't see how much is buying, how much is selling.
Yeah.
Who's doing it. Right. I can just see that there's 24.3 almost million volume in the dark pool right now for today. That's all you can really see, which is craziness.
On the regular, I wonder, probably
52 million. We're at 52 right now.
Almost half. So the idea is if you're making moves in that dark pool and you want to push the stock price around short term, you can pretty much have your way with it on a low trade volume day.
Right. Yep.
If you got that big money. And that's the concept. That's all
a lot of people try and follow dark pools and stuff, but
Stephanie Cameron,
to an extent,
she started trading in the dark pool, studying that. And so I bought her book and kind of, it was really interesting to see how it works, but even tracking the prints, you still don't know what direction. You have to follow.
You're always one step behind, which is
it's interesting, but there's just so much data out there that we don't have access to. And again, for me, it just comes down to it's long term. I trust my research, and I believe the stock price will eventually follow the company.
So dark pools do whatever you want. No, I'm just playing. Don't do whatever. Chat, are we making
never
the stock
financial
run a little
advice,
bit?
by the way. We didn't
got
get our
to say
sign
it
put up
again.
yet, but
Last 21 minutes, deciding to pop off a little bit. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
what do we got? We've got to catch up on chat here.
Okay. Arnaud, today was not the turning point. That was a few days ago. Buying on social media is losing money. Feel that? You either believe in NIO or you don't. Simply put.
I kind of thought May was the
Arnaud.
turning point for the stock. I
Yeah.
really thought that Singapore listing was kind of the
Right
icing
after
on
May,
the cake.
beginning of June,
Which
it
expecting
was
June deliveries to come in
to an extent where
nicely.
you look where we were at in May versus June. That is, I would say, like a fairly fair.
How
statement.
long ago was it? People were like, "Oh, $8 NIO stock." I'm like, stop it.
Yeah,
just quit.
Right.
it.
Yep.
Okay.
$9. I kept seeing that all the time. $9.
I mean, hey, if the stock market's completely tank and go to crapola, maybe.
But even then,
Right. It's not going to be anything NIO's doing that's going to make it go that low.
Exactly.
I mean, you see, even on red days just this week, for example, NIO's fighting. I mean, obviously, it might be red on days where the overall market is red, but not nearly maybe as much as a lot of other.
Still staying over
stocks.
20, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Not
Holding
close to 8,
strong.
just saying.
Right? Knocked on wood. Don't worry, guys. Got you.
Yeah, not financial advice ever.
Nope.
Right.
Secondly, you guys should let the screens of you and the guests zoom in. It is better. We would, but
We
when
tried
you
it.
zoom in on both, you can only see my ugly mug and not Aaron's ugly mug as well.
Everybody wants to see a convict too. So
Right.
ex-convict.
We got to share. And now we just get to watch NIO do its thing, running up.
You'll get
Who knows?
pushed down now, unless it's broader indexes.
Sorry, Zinman.
Yeah, I was looking at all the lines and crap I have drawn out on my side, and there was some good support around 2140. And a lot of times, if it goes below that, then that kind of becomes a resistance, and that's kind of what it did. It got to 2144, and then it bounced. It was going back down. So
Back down to the 37.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. It might be nice if it hangs around there, or obviously goes above
Close
it.
are
but,
strong.
yeah.
It's calling the levels.
Let's
Zenly,
go.
what's up? Appreciate it, by the way. And Jeff,
Yes,
Jeff up at 3. You
I
know
was
what?
up at 3:30 a.m. tweeting. I'm not surprised.
Man,
Jeff.
I couldn't.
I'm not surprised
I
whatsoever.
tried to go to bed early, and I just kept getting up and checking. I was like, "Wait, did they come out with delivery
I was
numbers
gonna
early?
say,
Maybe."
I
And
was
then-
up at like 7 a.m. going to work, and I saw like you were like already had a video or something. I was like, "Whoa,
dude!
Aaron."
It was. That's how it is. It's
I just couldn't
that's
sleep.
what's better,
right?"
you know?
Well, apparently the rest of the stock market didn't think it was that exciting. So
It's that short-term American
yeah,
view.
it's like
Not worried about it.
record numbers down. Is that not sus at all to anyone? The Green Swami
What's
says
up,
hi,
Jeff?
Is that wait?
Discord.
It's not
Yeah.
okay. I was gonna say not the same Jeff. Is it?
No.
It's not the same
Well,
Jeff.
it could be, but it's not. This is
Asian.
Green Swami.
Great delivery numbers, but the price is not moving. Yeah.
not yet. Not yet.
Not
Wait
yet.
for it. If we have to wait years, we'll wait. Well, I will.
I
don't know about-
mean,
Yeah.
I have nothing but time. It's not like I'm out here to just lose on
Yeah,
my
I know tons of people that sold it $13, 15.
Oh goodness.
Yikes.
That's unfortunate.
I will wait until forever.
That's tough.
I literally will.
Yeah, it is.
That's tough. I mean, look,
You could not get me
each
to press that
investor,
sell button.
You got to do what works for you, but man, that's
Yeah, it's rough. Hopefully, that was a learning experience.
hurts the heart. Yeah, you know. BA, a personal question to Chad. What happened to Mike and Chad channel?
the stock news channel.
Yeah, so stock dudes, nothing. There's no like personal thing between me and him. I mean, we've been friends since middle school. I still talk to him literally every single day. It's just his schedule is super weird. So every month, I was gonna say without getting into it too crazy here. I was trying to make it short, but I guess I'll do the long version. Is every month he goes from day shift to night shift, but then on top of that, he does like 3 days on, 3 days off, 2 days on, Tuesday, 2 days off. So it's like his schedule is insane, and it was stressful to kind of do, because a lot of times I do like 2 videos a day or at least 1 video a day, and it was super stressful to try to coordinate that, and it was just causing a little bit of friction there, and we just it's not worth our friendship for a YouTube channel. So we're just like, yeah, we'll just do our own things. It's a lot nicer because both of our stress levels are a lot
Lower.
a lot further down where they should be. So
Right.
it was no personal thing at all. It was just scheduling was crappy.
Right.
So that's the only reason.
It's got to be the hardest part about it.
It is.
Figuring out
even,
when,
I mean, and we're both, you know,
yeah, I mean,
we're
I
both
gotta
single and our schedules are
Yeah.
a lot more relaxed, but
I mean,
we have a hard time, you know, setting it
on
up.
Fridays. I usually have to, you know, book it over here, but I sometimes I get to beg my work and get off early so that I can just make it on time for you guys, which is like, I mean, it's a big deal to me, you know. I like to be here, so
yeah. And then me and Mike both have families, so yeah, I mean, he has a big family, so it definitely makes things hard for sure.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that's the only reason. No personal issues going on or anything.
We'll run it back with the Stock Dudes AA Ron video another time.
That was good times, man.
And now I might know a little bit more what I'm doing too. So these poor guys had to like download and then like edit and then send it to me, and it was I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Chad and Mike.
It's all right.
Formal apology coming now. We got Felipe. Sorry, Ron. I just came here now. That's all right. You're here. It's all that matters.
Is the 36,000 the number of shares that Jeff has?
Delivery.
Yep. And he confirmed it in the chat.
Okay. It's the shares.
Yeah.
He's just flexing in everyone's faces like a low.
Yep.
Actually, what I'm waiting for is for him to do the same number of tweets that he has shares. Oh, there's the challenge. Oh, I know he's up for it too.
Dude, he will get there.
I know.
I promise you he'll get there. He is on every article, every anything about
committed
NIO.
and
it's
devoted.
like someone breathed the word NIO and Jeff is I promise.
I love our community though. It's so much fun.
Other Jeff 2.0.
Yes.
Jeff Newcomb. Keep the faith, everyone.
Yeah.
Well said.
Agreed.
Yep.
What is it? Bob.
Ooh,
See, it does going back to the chart real quick. It does look like 2140. It's hanging around there, like I said, it could.
Calling
it, does it?
Calling it.
That's
Until
nice.
big money is ready to let it go somewhere else.
Oh,
right?
you just want me to push it up real quick?
That's waiting to buy. He's looking to go. Push that thing up.
Asian fact that is most retail is not buying at this price. Retail does not have the money to move. Yeah,
you're right.
Stock price.
Stock
it doesn't.
price, yeah. Big money, short term gets to dictate.
First day of quarter two, I feel like the money is just everywhere. Like it's going here, it's going there, it's being pulled out, it's being put in.
Well, I'd be curious. I haven't looked at the major indices to see what kind of trade volume they're seeing. I would imagine they're kind of low today too. I think this is one of those days
everyone's sitting.
It would have taken less money to move things where you wanted it.
Sitting, getting reports. 2140. I jinxed us.
Well, it's a long weekend for a lot of people.
It is a long weekend.
So do you want to let it ride over the weekend? Do you want to wait and come back next week?
We'll have to check out the foreign exchanges on Monday to see kind of what's happening.
Yeah.
See if we're running. Maybe that's a little indicator. Although last time that happened and we were running in the foreign exchanges, we were not doing so hot here.
Well,
the morning after, which is kind of weird.
Asian markets were closed today too.
Yeah.
So last night, because of course they live in the future.
Right. They just know everything before us, which is so not fair.
What else we got?
Jeff Felipe shares. Yep.
Yeah,
there it is.
On that.
NIO will only move when the institution decides to move it. In the meantime, buy if you can. Let's go. Bulls everywhere. Arnaud, 100 points. Asian Fish. Jeff saying he definitely called it.
I love the chat. Chat's got its own
chat
thing. They were like,
they're finally like communicating with each other. It took a while.
Guys are optional, not needed.
Yeah, like we'll just talk to each other.
They're just the host.
Point. As long as the price stays around $20, I try to buy more, dude. I wanted to go lower.
Talk to us
than $20. I want to buy lower than
Seth
20.
Is so
I'm
long
literally
term
waiting. I have been waiting, holding patiently, should I say. I'm looking into TM tomorrow. Do you mean by that?
TM, is that a stock? TM. Gauntlet, talk
Let
to
us know, Gauntlet.
Let us know.
Jeff Aaron had a great quote. Like owning Tesla and Apple as one. Yeah, that was from the last stream.
Yeah, we should actually bring that up in every stream, I think.
Or Chad even said something about that earlier.
Owning NIO is like having Tesla and Apple. Let's go.
Right. TM could be, he's talking about Toyota.
Oh yeah.
See, that's why Chad's here. He knows things we
Somebody's got to carry us.
Right?
Oh, we've got a spammer down here. Wait, let's go to Emiliano first. And then, I know, right? Not kid friendly.
Chat,
any of them.
Do not pay any attention to anything.
Can we remove those? Can we block them? What can we do? That was serious.
You're in timeout. I could put him in timeout.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think it's like a 3-minute timeout.
I think we're gonna need something a little bit more permanent than
Block
a
'em.
timeout.
Yeah, you can block people.
Restream, get out. Where'd they go? I don't know.
All right, that was a close one.
Okay.
Trying to keep it kid friendly around here.
Jeff saying great advice, Chad. Jeff's just the supportive man. He's here for all of our comments.
It's true.
Emiliano, let's go. Hey, NIO family, great numbers today, but NIO has to show consistency from now on.
Yep, that's something I said in my video today, which I think they will be, well, we'll see, but they did say since they got the supply chain stuff figured out, I'm hoping next month is, just as good, if not better. But NIO in the past has had an issue where they'll do 10,000 deliveries one month, then next month it'll be really low, and then next month we'll be back to 10,000, and then the next month really low. I mean, there were reasonings for that, but we'll see. Yeah, like there was the flood in Germany. There was those pillars that they were missing, the interior pillars. So they had some supplies issues. So I'm interested to see what happens next month. Can they be consistent, just like this person said? Yeah, they need to be consistent.
I do think NIO Park solves some of those things. I think once that comes online, that's a big game changer to be able to do a lot of things. And so, I'm with you. It's kind of like, let's see how July and then August go. And let's also make sure that China isn't going to be shutting things down.
Right. You gotta stay open. That's like number one priority. Got to stay open.
Yep.
Can't do much when you're closed, right?
And then I'm ready for the moon.
Right?
I'm kidding. Well, hold on. I'm just joking.
I'm excited to see what the chat turns into, November, December, October. Just wait. Just wait.
Right.
I'm ready to see the chat then, see what we'll be saying.
Baby steps to greatness.
It's funny talking about chat and comments and stuff. Is like a month ago, it was like almost every comment was just negative, hating on NIO, and it's like,
right,
where'd they go?
Well, it's that $8 talk. Like, come on, y'all. Like, have an understanding of broader picture and don't get caught up in the day to day.
Yeah,
emotional. Everyone's so
that we
emotional.
Can't see or
correct, Seth. You are correct.
It's just wild. The psychology of it and just watching how reactive people are just blows me away.
What's wild is watching how much more popular NIO is versus like right when you started making videos. Because obviously, right when I met you and like shortly after you started making the videos, I really wasn't like into investing. Like I mean, I was to like an extent, like I had some here and there, but I wasn't watching stocks. I wasn't watching YouTube videos. I wasn't doing half the things I'm doing now. But even then I knew like you didn't see really any talk about NIO. Like it just wasn't what it is today.
Yeah, it was hard to find videos.
And the funny thing is the price was a lot higher then. Right. The price reflected.
Well, it started at $6, and that was in the summer of 20. Mm-hmm. And then I watched it run, and my biggest thing, and it was the biggest mistake I made, was thinking everyone else was doing the research I was doing, and so I'm like, oh man, I'm about to get priced out of this thing. And then that wasn't the case. And as I learned, I'm like, wow, okay. Not a lot of people do this kind of research. No. Cool. No. I've got more time here. So it's been really interesting though. Mm-hmm. And watching, like you said, so many channels.
Watching how the community has grown since just you started and watching what the price has done even since you started is it's weird. Yeah. It's weird to look at.
And I think, and I know, Chad, we may have talked about this before. Kathy Wood had talked about with Tesla about how the longer the stock corrects, the bigger the move when it finally does go.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
And so I'm kind of like, it's one of those where I keep that in the back of my mind. People are frustrated that we're still around the $20 range, but I'm thinking, hey, if longer here gives us more time to buy here, and then we have a huge move when we go, am I
creates a little bit more money when the move happens. The more time we have to buy now creates more profit when the moves happen. So I mean, being impatient, it's like, well, you get what you want now, or you get more.
Listen,
a little bit later.
You make money when you buy right. So
ain't that right?
What else we got in chat?
We got Felipe.
We're slacking. We got 6 minutes left in the trade day.
Be patient on NIO. Investing is simple. this to be simple. Investing is simple to an extent, I would say.
If you keep the emotions out, I think that's a great point you guys made.
You know, stick to a plan, stick to a strategy. We're always talking about plans and strategies.
There's so much noise and distraction out here too in the world, the free world.
Right.
That's what I call it.
MyBreedTube is back. I deal with humans every day. Whenever I communicate with Chinese Americans, I always ask if they've heard of NIO, and most have not yet.
Yep.
Wow.
Exactly.
Again, speaks to how early it is. It's incredible.
It makes me happy.
Man.
Jeff, NIO, all
in time. He finished
time?
it down lower. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
More people will know.
I
Agree.
was like, what? Now, what's great about NIO is its stability in these uncertain times. I agree. NIO rises consistently, slowly, and at its own pace. Make sure you're ready when the time comes.
Yeah. Again, I actually was more excited when the markets overall were just getting beat up and NIO was holding strong. I was like, okay, I'm bullish on this. This is a good sign of the stock. And look, I'm short term is 2025. Let's go. All right.
Short term. That doesn't seem very short. It seems like a long ways away.
I mean, we're already halfway through 2022.
I know, dude.
You know, the last few years have flown by. So we'll be there before you know it.
Imagine if next year at this time, NIO's doing, 70,000 vehicles in a quarter. I mean, it's and that's actually realistic.
Yeah.
And that's what's wild. And so again, I get that people are kind of in this mode of short-sighted and hey, the stock price today after this monthly delivered, but I'm like, hold on, it's still early. Just hold your horses, folks. What else we got?
We already finished Jeff's Asian Fish. Where can I check the dark pool info? Is it free to track the dark pool? That is a question.
Where do you track it, Chad? I know of one place you can track it, but I think there are different places.
Yeah, I just look at chartexchange.com.
Okay.
Nice.
I was going to say we had something going then on the trading view, but it wasn't real specific at all with like.
Yeah, well, and I think there
showed kind of the volume.
I believe there are about 25 different dark pools. It's not like there's just one. And so I don't know.
Can you track them all? Probably not.
I don't know if all that data is collected and put out anywhere. I do think that Charles Schwab, Street Smart Edge, I believe, is a way that you can track some of it, but it's kind of indirect. You have to know what to search for and what to watch
and what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's not that straightforward, and I think that's for a reason.
Right.
right, 100%.
From looking at the daily price range, I don't think NIO is going to break the 25 till second quarter earnings and the third quarter guidance. I think second quarter earnings is sometime late September.
Yeah, good point on the earnings. I actually think if you want to be really conservative, the second quarter numbers are not phenomenal. The deliveries were actually a little bit lower than the first quarter. And so although the numbers might be up with some of the ET7 sales, they didn't have a lot of those because it's still a pretty new vehicle. And so I think the third quarter is where we're going to see a big uptick in the numbers. And that's kind of what they alluded to in that earnings where they were saying third quarter. And so interestingly enough, if there's more short-term potential for, anything volatility wise, I think that's maybe going to be something we could factor into stock price, but I still don't know where the low is going to be. I don't know if we're really going to drop off much from here. I just, without the markets overall,
it seems to be holding strong against it. It doesn't want to go back down below 20. Really just doesn't, even 21.
Yeah. So far, knock on wood.
Yeah. Right.
Chad, what are you thinking? What are you working on over there? I see him working on something. Are you Are you making $10,000 trading right now while we're on the stream? You don't have to.
I was looking at the chart, and there's around 21 actually is some really good support. Pretty much right at like 2095. Pretty much is some solid, super solid support there, and it doesn't want to go below that. Right now it wants to stick around the 2140-ish kind of that I was saying, which is nice to see.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at. I was just looking at the chart and seeing what's going on here.
Yeah. If you think back a few weeks and everybody's, $8. Stop it.
Right.
These people, these silly nillies.
It might still happen.
What else do we got?
You never know. Taff.
Taff.
Let's
I
go.
just realized Chad's
How
on the
did I not know
stream.
Chad is on it.
Dude, we'll just pop up on you. You never know.
Yeah.
A little surprise.
Yeah, we didn't really hint to it at all.
Well, and really, and poor Chad, I just reached out. Was it yesterday that I reached out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're big on short notice here. Is how we do it.
Yeah, and I think you messaged me earlier in the day, I think, and then I didn't see it till later because I was out all day. Like I said, I went scuba diving yesterday, so I got back late, and then I saw it. So yeah, it was like a last minute thing, but it's fine with me.
Yeah, I figured it'd be fun, something different, and
yeah.
And
lots of people have been asking for it too. So
yeah, they have.
The people what
this
they
is
want.
for the people. Besides, with the delivery numbers, it's a good day to kind of celebrate and have fun.
Yep.
Been so busy, didn't even know he was coming on. Well, you wouldn't have known.
Yeah, we didn't
popped up on us. Yeah, I just said, live stream like usual.
But you got the long weekend, so you can listen back over it.
Right.
And it's all good.
It's all good. NIO website for the 4 European countries came online today.
Yeah,
we were talking about that
Rune
a little
was
bit
calling
earlier.
that out. That's right.
Netherlands, Germany, and 2 more. I forgot. What are
Sweden and Denmark.
Boom. Sweden, Denmark. Boom.
Yeah.
Jeff, have a great weekend, guys. Thank you, and go NIO. Great things are coming our way. Plan for 2025 and beyond. Is that your farewell, Jeff?
Yeah, I think so.
He always says farewell without really.
Oh no, the spammers are back. Holy cow!
Dude,
did you put them in timeout?
No,
no, it's a different name. It's a different name.
Yeah, does that mean we're getting popular?
Right, exactly.
Kind of popular.
I don't know if that's what that means.
Trying to keep it kid friendly
here. Out of here. 2150. Is that where you think we're gonna? Oh, we already closed. Yeah. Is that where you think we're gonna close there, Foxhound?
Watch it shoot after hours. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah, he's calling it.
So what did we close
at? 2137. Was that the close?
2140.
2140 was the close. Oh, nice. Okay, let's go.
2138 depends on where you look, I guess.
38.
Weeble says 2140. Google says 2138. So either way,
we'll just say 2139 then, huh?
Exactly.
Meet in the middle. Douglas, Trump's tariffs expiring July 6th. You think that will make a difference with goodwill?
I don't know. I do think the kind of ongoing dialogue and that whole narrative is just, I get a little annoyed with it, all the posturing on both sides, but I do think something has to give.
You can never know what is going to happen.
I think it's more a sign of the competition and how, each country wants to look a certain way and feel stronger and move ahead or whatever. And that's fine. But let's work together. I don't know.
Right.
It's kind of like in the U.S., United States, not divided states. Come on, people, let's get together.
It's a crazy concept, I know, but
yeah,
it is crazy.
I don't understand it. Yeah,
never will. Politics, man.
I don't know if I want to understand it.
Whoever created them. That's what I'm saying. Foxhound, you guys know the exact address for NIO?
That's a new address for NIO Park.
That's a new question.
I don't know that I can look it up right now, but I might be able to get it to you. Email me if you want. Check one of my other videos. I can add my email address to this after we're done posting it. But it's gmchngr@protonmail.com. If you want to hit me up there, or like I said, just jump on one of the other videos that I have. You'll see it. You can email me there and I'll try and get it for you. Yeah, unless one of the guys is about to get it here.
I feel like
they might.
This is going to be a super.
I'm trying to find it, but I can't.
I'm looking.
Jeff Greenswamy says, "Set them on fire." Laugh out loud.
Set them on fire. Let's do it.
Asian Fish. I am thinking about selling my house and getting my $300,000 profit and dumping it into NIO. But where the hell am I going to live? Rent in Vegas is going crazy. Oh man, you know what? I haven't started talking real estate yet on YouTube, but eventually I will. But we're not there yet.
For another day,
soon maybe.
Oh,
Levitate says hi guys. What's up?
What's up, Levitate?
What happened, Chad? What do you see?
To the
I thought I found it. I got excited, but
I mean, these
guys are working over here.
We get the city and like the region and everything.
Yeah, that's all they really say. They don't. I can't see an actual. Yeah, I can't see.
I don't want to do it not justice and try and pronounce the cities and the regions like I could, but don't want to.
It's all good. Well, yeah, just hit me up on the email. I'll try and get it to you.
Yeah, we'll see if we can do some like undercover.
Yeah.
It might be on their website. Who knows?
Well, I'm sure I have it somewhere. I just have to dig it up.
Probably.
Aaron G says, what's your production for December deliveries? Prediction for December deliveries this year? Ooh, good one. Ad, what do you think?
I honestly haven't even thought about it. Yeah. I honestly don't know.
I think, let me think. On earnings, I believe one of the execs talked about NIO Park slowly being ramped up to 10,000. And I think that was for ET5.
Yep.
And I don't know, let's say maybe only 5,000 of the ES7s. I don't know.
Guys. Doing some stuff.
And just cut me off. It doesn't matter.
Nope.
It's okay.
I just wanted to share the new article for everyone that hops in here because it's after hours. Like, I don't know. That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, let them know.
Then you can read the stuff from today.
But if we were to figure 5,000 for the ES7, 10,000 for the ET5, which is, we're guessing, for that month, and then let's say we get 15,000 only from the existing plant. I mean, that's 30,000 right there. I think conservatively 25 is what I'd really like to see. I'll be happy with that. But I think it could be
for December
quite a larger number if the ramp up and everything goes smoothly and no shutdown.
Yeah. Do you know how many ET5s they plan to start with, or is it like going to be kind of like the ramp up same with like ET7, or are they just coming out the gate swinging with like 10K?
I believe they're going to do it the same way, and that unless they move the dates up, is going to start in September. What's funny about that
the park?
Well, yeah,
type is what their plan is.
The park is going to have
always get mixed up.
ES7 ET5 is coming from NIO Park, but ET5 was announced earlier, and they're saying that comes out in September, and ES7 comes out at the end of August. So I'm kind of like, all right, does this mean they're coming out earlier with?
I was going to say ES7 is obviously,
and they're just not telling us, or
what?
And then do ES7 deliveries? Have they already started?
No. That's what I'm saying. They're not coming out.
Oh, so you're saying that's when their deliveries? Okay,
because they're all coming out of
because they did the unveiling and everything.
Right,
but that doesn't mean deliveries
in roughly August, September. September
with
is
the park.
What I'm counting on. Yeah.
Okay.
Both those vehicles come out from there.
So that's 2 more vehicles to be delivering, keeping the same numbers, hopefully with everything else.
Plus,
yeah.
Plus what we're already doing now, the 25,000.
You could guess it.
Could be like, that could be like 40K.
That's high side. Like, it's possible.
Right.
I don't want to count on it, but
everything goes smooth.
Yeah. I stay a lot more conservative these days. So yeah.
We've been through it here last year, what I wanted was 6 months to end the year of 10,000 plus deliveries, and it just didn't materialize. So now I'm like, all right, we're basically a year behind that, and that's okay. I just add that onto my time frame. So okay, if that means short term is 2026, okay. But we're seeing things line up, and the brand is being acknowledged and accepted, and the expansion is going.
Sure.
And I think the global footprint is going to be way bigger than anyone realizes yet.
We just need everything to stay smooth, but as
supply wise and Shanghai wise, and
the shutdowns really slowed things.
It's never usually just smooth sailing. There's always
not with everything going on right now.
Yeah, exactly. The way I like to put it, the world needs to.
Ted A says Chad brings stability to what is a very needy support.
What's that mean there, Ted? What are you doing?
He's definitely appreciated.
Fish is back. If NIO target is 160K for 2022, then third quarter, fourth quarter need to be 100K. So on average, 16K a month. Breaking down the numbers.
Yeah, I do think that William Lee will not tell us.
Was that the target?
But he does not want to come in low. And I don't care what's happened. He's still going to want to push. And that's why I think they came so close for the second quarter to the first quarter. I don't think he wanted to fall short. I think he wanted the delivery number total for this quarter to exceed last quarter.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's going to tell us that. He's just not like that. So I think we do have to rein in overall numbers for the year, but I do think there's going to be a push at the end of the year.
I was going to say, I think the third quarter and fourth quarter will probably have to backpack or
by
the first and second a little bit.
Yeah, by then, I mean, ET7 numbers are going to be even more crazy. ET5 numbers are going to be just awesome, probably. But then, you got ES7 as well, like you're just talking about, by the end of this year. So
that's 3. Well, no, ET7's not new, but.
Well, it is.
But it's still ramping up.
Yeah. If you think in terms of new products being delivered, 3 of them in a year, that's incredible growth.
With the part getting up.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's one of the things where people are just missing it if they're trying to do the Li Auto to NIO
just
comparison.
a simple.
They're in a different lane altogether, segment wise. But
right, yeah.
You have to look at future plans if you're going to compare them. Right?
How many models are the different companies offering, and what segment are they in? It's just you can't compare them if you're really paying attention. I don't think. No. But I love that analysts are doing it. It tells me how early we are. So.
Right.
Keep doing it, analysts.
Keep putting the NIO name out there. I don't care.
Exactly.
At this point, we just need to grow. The more NIO fans, the better. BA says you need to bring Stock Mo and Chad together next time. Stock Mo is the biggest position.
I remember watching Stock Mo first start his videos, and he's definitely a long-term NIO guy. He is. He's absolutely long-term on NIO. He's on the train. Let's go, NIO train.
Let's go. Aaron G, what's your prediction for the delivery numbers for the last couple months? So like quarter 4 overall?
Well, if we go with the numbers we were just running, so for example, let's say December they do 25K.
Sure.
Maybe November they only do 20K. And then, gosh, it's wild to think and talk these numbers, though, right? I mean, we just had almost 13,000 delivered, and that's a record. So wow,
that's just NIO Park, guys. The big thing's NIO Park. When that sucker comes online, man.
I mean, if you're
that's when we're going to see a big jump.
Saying we just ramp up a little bit, I would say being super conservative is guessing like anywhere between 15 and 17 times the 3 month. That's just being super conservative. If you were going to,
that's super conservative. Yeah,
I think that's beyond because once NIO Park starts delivering, they've doubled their potential capacity. Right. They don't have to perform at max capacity.
So what you think conservative is 20 a month?
I think 15. Let's say 15 for October, 20 for November, and 25 for December.
Okay,
and that makes for what? 20 as an average for that quarter, so 60,000 for fourth quarter.
Jump from 25,000 to 60,000. I'd be all right.
More than a 2x from where we're at.
Yeah.
So again, if I'm a fund manager and I'm paying any attention to what's going on, and I see the mess, the trashy and crashy U.S. market, and then I see this company called NIO, and I go, do I want to make some money this year or not? It's kind of like,
and we haven't even really seen the deliveries of, the expansion from the Jack factory. Like you said, they're going to be doing double shifts. And then on top of that, you got NIO Park. So like deliveries are going to, as long as they have the supply chain stuff figured out, they can get all the parts. Deliveries are really going to start jumping like crazy. So
yeah. Exciting.
Yeah.
Third, fourth.
Big numbers coming. Coming. As long as there aren't shutdowns, we got to monitor that, of course.
Right.
And I'm excited, or not excited, but I'm interested to see what happens with battery supply from CATL because that was their limiting factor before.
Yeah.
So I want to see if that, is still going to be limiting them, or if they're getting more batteries from them, or what's happening. Can't wait for them to make their own batteries, but that's going to be a little bit. But yeah, I'm interested to see with that because that's another thing that could limit them for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, I think the nice thing is I think July will give us kind of an indicator of if they really push the double shift, we'll see a big uptick again in numbers for the monthly deliveries. And that'll be an indicator for me. But they'll also they'll talk to us about it in the earnings when that comes up for quarter 2. And hopefully we'll already have seen the numbers and have an idea. But I do agree. I think, once NIO Park is such a game changer because it allows them to bring so much more in-house. And so, from September on, and see, they realize that's during the third quarter, which is, I think, why everything they're saying is so bullish for basically, hey, third quarter, things change. So let's see. We're way behind on comments. Aren't we? I think we are.
We'll get there. Oh yeah, said. What do you guys think about the Nomura analyst cutting the price from 51 to 25 right after the record delivery numbers of June? Record numbers of June. Something looks fishy here. First Grizzly and now Nomura today.
What do I think? They're all fired. That's what I think. I don't care what any of them say. No offense and no disrespect to any of them, but I picked the company because of my research and where I see them going. And I don't mind waiting till 2025, 2026. If the price stays where it is and I see the company continuing fundamentally, that's just more of a buying opportunity for me. But that's the way I look at it. And, the other thing is 2020, when we watched the stock price run, I laughed as I watched all the analysts scramble to upgrade and update to catch up with the stock price. So, is this going to be another one of those things play out? Possibly.
Yeah. Everyone doing 80. I mean, there was even one, I think an analyst from Japan or something that had over $100 stock price back then for NIO.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
they cut their Xiaopeng one too. They cut.
Well, and that's just a couple of them down. If this is more of a factor of the broader market overall forcing them to change it, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah. We've seen a lot of that lately.
Yeah, I'm not investing based on their analytics. That's just me, though.
Right.
Never even heard of Nomura, so I ain't worried about it.
they were bullish for a while. They were bullish for a while.
Well, yeah, it says they cut Xiaopeng shares in about half. From 64 to 36, they cut it in half, and then additionally cut NIO from the 51 to 26.
That's broader market. It sounds like,
or
they don't realize the NAV positioning of the Chinese companies. Yes,
right. So Asian Fish is responding. This is what I mean. Manipulation looks like. They cut the price target. You get discouraged and sell so they can buy your shares for cheap. There's a theory.
See, I've seen that.
I don't hate that.
I've seen that before. I've seen people.
I don't hate that theory at all.
It definitely happens sometimes. Let's just put it at that. I'm not going to.
Wait, you're saying the media affects what people do? What? That's
right.
Yeah. No, I really, I don't. That's all kind of noise for me.
Can't be emotional, guys. No, just block out the noise. Block it out. BA said, already, we have a long weekend. Keep the chat going. BA's not trying to hop off the line.
BA said, let's go all weekend.
Come on.
By the way, Chad, I know, and Chad has, remember, I just invited him last second, and he has plans. So, Chad, you tell us when you got to step off. And if everybody leaves, we will cry quietly to ourselves.
And don't feel bad for us. The chat
I'll probably leave like 4:30. Well, my time. So, like 15 minutes or so.
Okay. All right. Hey, gotcha. It's all good, man. We appreciate you being here. It's been fun.
Yeah, so thanks for inviting me. Yeah, it's always live streams are always a good time.
Especially these ones. Well, most of the time, good time. All the time, a good time.
Support group or not? We're here.
What? I tried, can't find it.
Oh, the email. You want to type it in there? It's gmchngr@protonmail.com.
OCM.
Ooh, that was a close one. Good save.
Okay, there it is.
There's my email.
That's the host. I'll pin it or like it, or you can just look at the pin messages.
Super fancy.
That's the email to hit Aaron up with questions or whatever y'all want. Go back up. I'd like to see it. U11 here. I'd like to see it dip below 20 one more time. That's what I'm saying, man. Before we make another run, seems to be gravitating towards a weekly moving average. If it does, I'll pull the trigger and buy more. I'm looking, man. I'm trying to buy more as well.
Yeah. Fun fact. I'm curious about you guys, and are you waiting? Do you have something set aside waiting for a dip for NIO in case it comes down lower?
Are you asking me and Seth?
Yeah.
If it drops down.
They know what I want.
Yeah, if it drops down lower, I'm going to be buying more. But it's going to have to drop down a decent amount because I bought a lot when it was in like 13s, 14s, 15s.
Nice. Well played, sir. Yeah. Well played.
Yeah. I'm actually positive in NIO by a pretty good amount.
What's your average price, if you don't mind?
I have to look.
Sorry, didn't mean to put you on the spot. Whoa. I don't want to lock. It's like when he was making those $10,000 trades earlier and just was being low key about it.
So it's 1746 is my average.
That's outstanding.
That's a good average there.
Good for you, man.
That's a good average.
That's awesome.
There, Chad.
I like seeing people win.
I'm working on it.
What do we got? Chat.
Ted, we have Aaron on record. Euclid.
Real estate
videos are coming. I have my phone out. Give me the reminder date.
Actually, and this is something Seth has heard me go just a little bit into real estate.
Yeah,
it's a whole different level.
You think he's crazy on this like stock research and NIO research?
Yeah, I go hard on that.
I don't know this man. He's crazy.
Yeah, the real estate will be fun to get into when the time is right.
The time will be right.
It's coming.
What the hell? The housing crashing?
Well, I'm just talking about real estate in general because the way I look at it is there's the residential, but there's also the commercial, and it's a whole different animal doing the commercial. But I also look at things. I'm very crazy the way I look at things, and I break stuff down. I've never seen a bank look at a deal as hard as I look at deals. But I've learned, I've lost, I've had serious losses. I mean, I have years of my life taken from me, so I'm not playing. If I'm doing real estate, it's going to go one way, and that's it. We're not effing around with that.
Let's go. Corey, what's up, man? What is your estimate when NIO will be profitable?
Mr. EQ William Lee had said 2024. I think it's actually going to be 2023, but I think it'll be in line with when delivery numbers get to a certain point. And I think we'll get a sense of that. I think we'll get a feel for that maybe in 2023. But I think we'll see a big uptick in the numbers, and that'll kind of align with the quarterly reports are going to all of a sudden look really good. And we might see some big money really start flooding in if they haven't by then.
Right.
So I think we'll have some indicators.
G. Marshall, what's up, man? Can NIO hit 45 by the end of the year?
Oh, it absolutely could.
Yeah.
I still haven't set an end of year.
That was in my conservative prediction.
Seth was talking about. Chad, have you done an end of year prediction for NIO?
Throwing out?
Yeah. People might not like it a lot, but
hey, that's all right.
My main thing that I kept saying before I would give my prediction is it depends on when this market starts its actual recovery.
That's why it's
because how fast it came down. We always see it. It's going to go back just up as fast as it came down. So, and I think we're going to get back up to where we were before we, started going down, which if I look at the chart, we started coming down, in like November?
Yeah, November, we really took a hit.
Yeah.
Like late November, which we were at, I guess around there was like $43. So, I mean, we can easily get back up to there, but again, it depends on when the recovery starts. I gave my end of year like 30, 35. Again, people probably won't like that. But I think that's a safe number.
Right. Yeah, and that's fine. I mean, I've refused to give one. I haven't given one yet.
Yeah, I don't really like giving predictions anymore. So,
or did I say in the 30s as well? I think
you said 35 to 45.
I was going to say I think mine was 35 to 45 is what I was hoping, what I was liking.
Yeah.
And that's obviously conservative, but that's just I would just be happy with that. I don't see any problem with that whatsoever.
Yeah, I do.
The thing is, I don't want it to run up too fast because then it's likely to come back down. So
yeah, I think the big word in that question is can. Like, yes, it can.
Yeah.
Can. Obviously, if things, if all the stars align, who knows, right? But the stars don't always align. So, see. Frank, what's up, Frank? I was wondering if he'd come in here. After seeing over 11,000 deliveries yesterday, and when NIO Park expansion deliveries are going to be over 35.
I like it. Frank is calling it. Let's go, Frank. I like it.
Adrian, let's go. NIO prediction for total cars delivered. On 2025, total cars delivered. Dude, that's a long way.
NIO, wow, that is a tough one, Adrian. And by the way, I saw you had a really good comment. You were on it, but I haven't had time to get to the comments from the video today. So, but I remember. Remind me what you said. It was really good because I was like, "Ooh, somebody's paying attention." I like that. But I forget what it was.
Do you want to?
I have no idea.
I
have no good guess because if NIO maxes out, NIO Park takes over all the production with JAC there, and then the existing. Then I believe we're at
the math
roughly a 1.3.
That's what we said.
Number. But that is if they don't add anything in the U.S. or Europe.
And granted.
Which by that time they'll probably have outside of those two facilities. They'll be in Europe by then, probably.
Heavily, hopefully.
So
I think
moving around.
I think, man, and again, it's even from now till the end of the year. When we start running the numbers, it's like, holy cow, this really can go.
We need to get
but that's why I don't want to get too far ahead either.
We need to get the numbers at the end of the year with NIO Park up and start making like accurate long-term predictions. I feel like,
well,
it's
and there's such
we need those confirmation numbers first.
I think there's going to be a big growth spurt, but I also think it's going to be over the course of time. I don't think it's just going to be a short-lived one.
Sure.
But, and I know, Chad, I'm watching the timer.
Yeah,
so you just tell us when you got to bounce.
A couple more minutes.
All right.
Cool.
He's having fun.
So
he's kicking it. He's keeping
any
his balance.
questions you got for Chad, pop them in now.
Yeah, and we'll try and get through
a couple more minutes, man.
I did see BA there at the top, not to skip ahead, but they asked, are we going to enter a recession? I think probably next year if we do. A lot of people, like Asian Fish said, a lot of people think we're in a recession right now. And a lot of people, I guess, got to keep it in their mind too, that a lot of times stocks perform worse before the recession than actually when you're in the recession. So just keep that in mind. Not that that's going to happen this time, but that's what usually happens in the past. So I think if we do go into a recession, it's going to be next year. I'm like kind of 50-50 if we're going to go into a recession, but
I feel like it's probably, all like, you could have your own, I guess, definition of recession. Like I'm sure there's like a numbers. I'm sure there's like a numbers, like a technical, like, these numbers hit, it's a recession.
But
everyone's a little bit different versus how they feel based on their positions and everything. It just feels really slow and controlled right now. So it's hard to say. Where did I skip to? We're up here a little bit.
Think down.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Down. Keep going. We're good. We're getting.
I think we were around like where Foxhound said Chinese weekly EV automaker charts are looking very nice.
Yeah.
Chinese weekly EV automakers charts are very nice to look at.
Yep.
And that's kind of the point I made before. NEV, the Chinese NEVs are going to dominate globally. And Sandy Monroe called that years ago. And
EV's
we're
sector,
just slow to catch up on it.
Yeah.
So let's just keep watching the numbers.
It's a good sector to watch for sure. Dan, go NIO. Let's go, Dan. Dan, time to scale, but all good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Good. Predicts 28 soon.
Predicts 28 soon. I'd love it. Would I love it?
I don't know.
Maybe I'd love it.
Would you have bought?
I wouldn't be mad.
That's the real question.
I'm never mad. No matter what it does, I'm never mad.
Andrew, what's up?
Andrew, price of NIO stock means nothing today. It was all about the numbers, and they are great. Follow it up with the next month and watch it go. I agree.
Yep.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. Exactly like we were saying earlier. Gotta just keep that long-term look.
Price will come. Price will follow.
Yep. Fundamentals. Let's go.
Yeah, numbers. Got to see them. Corey, I'm saying NIO won't really get to where we want it till they become profitable. Till then, I say we stay below 40 to 45. I think that
could be.
Is
that could
not
be
a bad thing to say.
I think it's gonna be fun to watch the next 3 to 6 months, and then the year after that.
That's what I'm saying. I can't wait till we're doing these live streams when some real action is happening.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see the people in here. Frank, when NIO Park starts, production deliveries are going to be over 45,000 per month.
I mean, I will not be mad if that happens, Frank.
Won't ever.
I do know they said they're going to slowly ramp up.
Yeah.
But they also said that with the ET7. So,
that's what I was going to say.
And that's my favorite thing about this company is they will not hype. And short term, that does hurt the stock price. Long term, it creates a whole lot more value, I think. And that's in line with my long-term view. So, but that's just me. So I'm not going to be mad, Frank, if you're calling it right.
We'll see. The chat is calling all sorts of numbers today.
Ooh-wee.
We'll see, chat. Victor, NIO plus Braves plus dogs is fire.
Let's go. Love it, Victor.
Asians always coming in here with the bold end of year
predictions. End of year 70. You know what? All-time high. It's doable. I mean, here's the thing. If Frank's right, if we're going with chat's calls, and Frank is right, and even if we're only at 30,000 per month for the last 3 months of the year, You think a 90,000 delivery quarter won't kind of jump off the page for some folks? Come on now.
That'd be crazy. That'd be massive uptick.
Ooh, we're getting excited here. All right.
Yeah.
Maybe ahead of ourselves.
Slow down.
Yeah, Chad, are we going to enter? Oh, we did that. Okay.
Yep.
Gross domestic GDP second quarter is released by the end of the month.
Talking China or U.S.? Actually, I don't know that it matters.
Yeah.
Well,
we recorded a negative GDP for quarter one, right?
Yeah.
So if we get another quarter negative GDP, I think because an emotional market, I think that you will see obviously a reaction.
I don't get hung up on all the numbers because I know that they sort of shape them and move them and do some things with them that I don't necessarily trust. There's no nice way to say that.
Who knows?
Yep.
See, Fish is saying we're in a recession now. I mean,
I would agree with that, but I also think, you're right. It comes back to
all based on your view and how you see things.
And Chad made excellent points about time frame and what it could mean for market,
what things can do.
Yeah.
BA 30 and 2
thumbs
weeks.
up.
Dave, the 1% want the recession to make more money. I said this in December. Fed is the biggest idiot of all they could have. Hiked the rate by 25 BP every month since January. By now, that would have been 1.5%.
I will say, Dave, you're on point about a couple of things there. I agree. I listened to what Powell said the other day, and then I went back to last year and what he was saying, and I was just kind of like, these folks are controlling and shaping our policy. No wonder things are the way they are.
Right.
Sorry, I can't be nice. I got to be honest on that one. So, I agree.
Are you doing good, Chad? You got to pop off of here, or are you still?
Yeah, I was just about to say I gotta head off here.
Let me give you a chance,
man. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah,
we appreciate you.
Man.
Yeah,
bringing in the viewers today.
Yes,
thanks for inviting me. It's always a good time. We need to definitely do it more.
Of course.
I haven't done a live stream on my channel for a while, but my schedule's pretty flexible, so just shoot me a message again whenever you want to do it, because it's definitely a good time.
We're going to be Friday at 2 p.m. So
is that what you usually do every day or every Friday?
Yeah, we've been trying to do. It's like
we
last
pop out some random ones occasionally, but
we started this because the market was so horrible and everybody was sweating, and NIO was down.
Right.
And
everyone just needed a time
support group
to unwind from the market. And just
Yep.
hang out into close, just relax, get your thoughts straight, get your plan together, and that's what we're here for.
So
just let me know whenever you guys want to do it again. I'm like I said, my schedule's pretty open, so just let me know. I mean, they're always a good time. So
yeah,
a lot different than the videos. And like I always say, usually in my live streams, you guys can ask any question. It doesn't even have to be about NIO, and that's stuff that we wouldn't normally put in videos. So it's
people like it.
Good time to talk about whatever.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, it's good. Well, thank you, Chad. Have a great weekend, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Everybody in chat too. And have a good weekend as well, especially if you're in the States. Happy 4th of July.
4th of July.
Be safe out there.
Let's go.
All right. Well, thank you guys again. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah. See you, Chad.
Have a good one. Cool.
Super fancy.
Yeah, guys, let us know if you like that little collab. We got other people that we want to incorporate, but it was fun. Yeah. It's nice having another opinion because they know. Yeah. Like by this point, they know what we think, and the chat probably knows what we're like.
I don't know. We're still getting some good questions. Thomas actually came through. I told him to come through. I'm glad he did.
Okay, I think.
Where are we?
We are a little behind. Thomas, we're gonna get to. Hold on. Okay. Fish, what is the website for Chinese weekly EV automakers?
The website for Chinese. My favorite is the Twitter feed that I follow, and that's CNEV Posts.
Yeah.
Fate Zhang is in Shanghai, and he does a great job covering not just NIO, a bunch of them. He's phenomenal.
There's a lot of people are always referencing articles from the CNEV. And all over Twitter.
Other folks put stuff out, but sometimes their stuff isn't as consistent and clean and accurate.
Yeah, you should check multiple articles just to make sure.
I recommend CNEV Post because even when he makes a mistake, he will correct it. And I like that about him. So
sure, it's good quality to have and talk about that.
Humility, it's important.
Andrew, I think it's great. We're also into NIO and I really share our thoughts this time next year. I wonder if we will all still be here celebrating. I hope so, Andrew.
Yeah.
Maybe with some more people, maybe with some new people on the train because
maybe with some bigger price action.
Yeah, they got to start realizing. We'll see what the chat numbers are at when we're sitting at new all-time highs.
Ooh,
Then
okay.
we'll see what the chat is at, guys.
All right.
And then all you OGs that are here now can just be flex on and be like, yeah, I've been here since 20, been here since 11, been here since the beginning. That'll be awesome. Asian thanking Chad. Yeah, Chad was awesome, guys.
Yeah.
Funny as you guys. See you next week. Later. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Don't stress out too much. Enjoy your weekend.
Thomas, all right, here we go.
Hi,
He'd asked about this. I'm glad you came on and asked. It says, given that Lee and Xiaopeng have gone and are going through the same issues as NIO, there are some differences.
Why?
But
hold on.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
He finishes.
Why has NIO done so badly? And you're talking about the stock price. I covered this a little bit earlier. The biggest thing I think that really helped Lee with the stock price, and Seth, you looked it up last week, right? When we were on here. Yeah. They've had 2 or 3 consecutive profitable quarters.
Right.
And so it could be part of the reason that the stock price has moved well.
People love to see like super straightforward reassurances, you know, like
people like to feel good.
It's right there. Like, obviously it's easy to see, it's easy to feel good about, because when you don't want to go and look at all the little things that are happening around you, and you don't want to take and do that time or due diligence, maybe it's really easy to just see, oh, profitability, couple quarters, like that's just easy to invest in. It makes it
people feel better about it. People feel better about it. It's about feelings.
I mean, I don't know how many times I've said this, but like obviously you guys know what I'm going to say. People are emotional. If it's going to make them feel more safe that their money is going there, you know, it's just more attractive at this point, because you're not doing the deep. Obviously, if you do the deep digging and do all this stuff and listen to what we're talking about, that changes what seems attractive to people, I would think.
Yeah, I think you also have to distinguish who's investing, how they're investing, what's their goal, what's their play.
Retail, big money.
NIO, when I first found it, I was thinking 2025 at the earliest stage. So I was already looking at a 5-year plus time frame. So that's long term.
And that makes buying.
It makes it very different than the lens of, oh, I need to see monthly moves or even a yearly increase. What I want to see is the company positioned for global dominance. Now, there's a big difference between NIO and both of those companies, and that is where it's positioned. The Chinese NEV market is going to be for premium vehicles. It's going to be 3 million annually plus. NIO is the only one of those 3 companies that is positioned in that segment. NIO is looking to take over the segment premium that currently Mercedes, BMW, and what's the other one? Audi are in. And NIO is already taking a big piece of that NEV segment.
And, you know, with the, what do we call it? Do you call it the rebranding? The
rebranding,
the more what I want to say, affordable vehicles.
The mass market, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
The more affordable price, that's your Li Auto, that's your Xiaopeng. That's the highest competition area of the segment.
Well, and NIO wants to do that too.
They're going to come back to it with their lower end.
So they will eventually also be competing in that same space. But right now,
they are focused on positioning,
on getting that first mover advantage in the luxury,
premium,
in the premium, in the tech.
Space. Yep.
And then, you know, because they can't, not to say they can't be a first mover in, I don't know the word to say, normal cars.
The mass, I'd say.
Yeah, you know, well, like not that they can't establish a first mover, but they can much easier establish a first mover advantage in the premium space. Well, so I think that's a smart focus.
There is a comparison that I do want to make between the CEOs for Li Auto and NIO. Both of the CEOs are very focused in what they're doing. And the focused approach for the CEO for Li Auto has been, they don't have a lot of models, but they have really nice margins. And it's almost like a hybrid vehicle is kind of the makeup that they have. But they have been very deliberate and very focused about just doing what they can do and staying in their lane. But it's a very different lane than the one that NIO's in. But he is very focused. He's done a great job. And it's important to understand that Sandy Monroe, who is from the US, who is over in China year after year working with the Chinese NEVs, these companies, and he saw them bring in Tesla. He saw them welcome Tesla into the country. Tesla was the early mover in the EV space and sector. China as a country saw that they could get ahead and dominate if they put in the infrastructure and made it a clear path to get into that space, focusing on the tech and really learning and adopting a lot of things that Tesla did. They were really smart in doing that. And so what we've got now is we've got a number of brands that are going to do well globally. Li Auto is probably going to be one of them. Xiaopeng might be another one. NIO is the one that I picked, but I picked it for different reasons. I like the fact that the guy who runs the company is so focused on positioning them for and as the long-term premium, globally dominant NEV brand. Understand there are 3 million vehicles within the premium space that they can take over as the early mover in that segment. And that's the thing is, I want to see them take over that segment, and they're positioning to do it, but it's still very early. And because the guy who runs the company won't hype things, that hurts and makes them more liable to be shorted in the short term.
In the short term.
And so it remains long term. I understand it's going to take time, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But when I actually see Li Auto and the stock price action after a few profitable, strong quarters, I'm thinking, wow, just imagine when NIO's even stronger numbers are going to come in.
Putting out a couple quarters.
And when people realize, hey, this is the first ever globally dominant premium brand from China. It's a generational brand. Marcel said that, and he's right.
Yeah. And the goal always, guys, we always say you make money when you buy right. So the goal is, choosing and picking your companies to get into before they're putting out the obvious.
Yeah.
Like getting in there before they put out the obvious profitability when, people that aren't doing the research and stuff like, some of us are doing, they're going to buy then. So the goal is to get in before they buy.
That's
right.
That's our view. That's our view. And you know what? I don't hate on anybody.
No,
the people who want to buy Tesla at $400
or whatever is a bad investment.
If it works for them. For me, I would want to buy Tesla way back when it was $40.
I mean, and you could look at it in 2019. I still say this to the day. I cannot believe I did not see that. Just in 2019, guys, that not long at all, 3 years ago, Tesla was trading under $100.
Mm-hmm.
Like that boggles my mind. And I didn't know that until we ended up talking about it and ended up researching one day. And I was like, wow, where was I at? Right.
Yeah.
And that was just 3 years ago.
Yeah,
that's not long. I mean,
it's hard. There's so many, because here's what you get. You get Li Auto's running. It's been at $40. Oh, let's look over here. Let's look over here. And I don't, that's one of the reasons I've stayed pretty focused with my channel on NIO, because I picked the one that I thought had the biggest upside long term.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the specific time frame is, and I don't care. I'm willing to wait for it. But as long as my research is on point and I'm willing to wait for it, I don't care about the rest of it.
And what's crazy is you were still making these videos when NIO, was $40, $50, $60.
Yeah.
Like you were still making the same, with the same goal of the potential upside, even at those prices, right? So
I'll probably still be buying it then.
Little commitment going on.
When we go back, I may still be buying. Let's get back to comments though. Hopefully I answer your question a little bit, Thomas.
Yeah. Frank, I see NIO on Tuesday. NIO stock going green Tuesday because every time NIO comes out, delivery numbers, it always tends to sell off. Tuesday is going to be a green day.
Yeah. Well, and Chad gave us those numbers too on the dark pool.
Chad
Who knows what's going on really in the dark pools? We don't know, but it's going to be delayed.
We don't have the failure to delivers.
Yep. And those come out every 2 times a month.
We get them late.
Delayed as well.
We get them very late.
And that's if there's heavy shorting,
but I do think,
manipulation.
Frank, I do think that we should, I hope, and I do think we do see a green open at least, hopefully, with the delivery numbers coming in. And there's just a lot of money moving right now, especially with the start of the quarter two. We were talking about it. A lot of buying, a lot of repositioning right now, I would say.
Yeah, who knows what the funds are doing. Today was kind of a one-off, I think. We'll see next week, get a little better sense of what's really going on.
It's like the past couple Fridays we come in here and it's like, oh, yeah. And then there's this Friday where everyone's expecting it, to be maybe a good Friday.
Well, and again,
it just sells off.
When NIO isn't moving with the broader market,
that's just the market for you, though, right? Eric, thanks guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks, you, Eric. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, great take, Chad. Where are we going tonight? Be hanging out. Dave, I think next week will be green for NIO.
There
we go.
Chad's calling the green
week.
Let's go.
And also I feel like it was kind of, I don't want to say overdue, for maybe a red week. Red
NIO ran
week.
hard the
but
last few weeks.
Last few weeks, you know, we've been sussly happy for this market. You know,
yeah, the market's trash. Let's be real.
Yeah,
crashy and trashy is what I'm calling it.
I mean, even the couple green weeks in a row, I think is still a complete win in this market. You won't find too many stocks that did that.
Caddy was just talking about how Chinese stocks have outperformed the S&P so far year to date.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't be surprised if they don't outperform for the whole year. Especially, again, I'm talking specifically about the NEV sector is what I'm looking at.
Yeah,
China recognized they had an opportunity.
And they're moving hard.
Move ahead, and they have really focused on it, and it's been for years. And so we're going to see more of this.
Right now, it seems that we're just all talk
we're
all talk on wanting to go fully EV this, fully EV that, and it just
the problem is we're already so far behind.
There's no action.
We're so far behind.
There's no action.
We should be self-sustainable.
Everyone's so worried about everything else.
Yeah, we're very divided, and they're moving ahead very focused.
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons I picked NIO long term. Is I think it's a clearer path.
You got to spot that focus out.
So
definitely here for it, James. Let's go. We're all here for it, James. Dave, too bad I had no cash when NIO was below 15. That's what I'm saying. TLM.
Yeah, I'm with you. TLM, too little money. The struggle is real. But I buy when I can.
Ted, if we're going to be celebrating all-time highs, we need a place to all meet. NIO House, Europe. I'm there. Let's go somewhere in Europe.
Well, at some point,
I've never been to Europe.
At some point, I want to buy something.
Yeah,
globally, some real estate where later people
we'll probably name it the NIO House.
Can
rename it the NIO House.
Yeah, I think it'll be fun.
That would be sweet, guys.
No trademark infringement intended.
Yeah,
just
Dave. I mean, was blow. We got you.
Yeah, we got you. We know
Dave agreeing with Ted.
Yes.
Yeah.
People want to celebrate.
Sure. As long as it's not California.
It's a great.
That seems too affordable right now. Traveling in general is just.
It's tough. It's like buying chips at the gas station.
A mess, dude. I'm going. I told you I'm going to Costa Rica at the end of July and going to Georgia to visit my mom and everything. And this trip is just adding up. It's bad. It's bad. Every corner, there's just more. Andre, NIO under $30 is steal, in my opinion. I agree. I just want it to be under 20 for me to buy. That's just what I want. I don't always get what I want. Obviously, the market does as it pleases. I have no say in it, so I just go with the flow. 36 divided by 5. Whoa.
Says this was fun. See you next round. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Arnaud. This was fun. See you. Let's go. Adrian. Oh, we're caught up. What do you know? Yes. People are still underestimating NIO, thinking it's EV playing, saying it's going to be $8. And Dart Media says it's the best to invest in an index fund than NIO, even though NIO can. Man, they're always going to say invest in your index funds and invest because it's financial advice. It literally is. So they can't tell you. I mean, they're going to be the most safe that they can possibly be. But
you know what? It's emotion is so heavily involved with so many people who claim to be investors. And I'm not saying they're not investors.
Yeah.
But if they're emotional investors, then that's something they should recognize. I think it would help them if they did recognize that and then try to make things better or offset that. For me, it's simple. The research and the long-term view gives me time to track the company and make sure they're positioned. And Adrian, you're absolutely right when saying some people are thinking it's an EV play. Totally agree. NIO almost has 1,000 battery swap stations, which are power stations. These have energy components. China is going to all NEV. The grid is going to power everything, and NIO is providing a part of that. That's a huge play that people are sleeping on. And people want to get caught up in, and I hear this, and it grates on me because people are like, I don't like battery swap. It doesn't matter if you or Seth or me any of us like it. The policy by the country is in place. Yeah. NIO was named in policy. It's a done deal. It's over. They're golden.
Yeah, and at that point, like you said, it's really not about. It's not about what you like.
Just saying.
It's about what's going to happen. Really.
Yeah, and it's very clear.
Like it or not.
And the fact that they have now set up a battery, basically a power swap or battery swap station in Europe, says Europe is probably going to follow in what China did
in the swap.
And now they're going to have the 2 biggest EV markets. That's big time.
That is big time.
What else we got? Dave.
They should keep waiting. Maybe they'll buy when it gets to 80.
Ironically, that's what a lot of emotional investors do.
Yeah.
And they feel better about it. And it's crazy to me when I think, wow, if you can buy it at 20, but you don't want to because of your feelings, but then you're willing to buy it at 60 or 80 or 100 or wherever. Now, for me, I had already decided I was probably going to buy it until at least 120. But that was a couple of years ago even.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, if I get to buy it cheaper, okay, great. I feel like I just won. But I already had set my kind of price range. And that's also consistent with I have TLM plan, too little money, which means I can't just buy when I want. It's when I can.
Yeah. That's why we sit here every Friday and just talk about buying.
Yes. Because we're dreaming about it.
Because we're dreaming. Frank said, "What are you?"
I don't know what you mean, Frank.
Me?
What are your numbers? What are your numbers for monthly deliveries is where he is going.
Oh, okay. What are your numbers? Oh, I didn't even read that. I was like, me? Human. I'm a human.
I think numbers when NIO Park opens up, they told us, and that's where ES7 and ET5 are coming out of.
Yep.
And they had said by end of year, they might want to be doing, or they might be doing slowly ramping up to 10,000 a month of the ET5. I don't know about the ES7. If they can do 5,000, and I don't know that that's reasonable, that would be 15,000 from NIO Park. The current factory, they just came out with almost 13,000, and I don't think they're doing full-on double shifts.
No.
So they have more upward capacity.
So that's,
but how much do we want to count?
Adding conservative, like with the numbers given, that's 28. No, with the 15.
Well,
and the 13.
for the year, they can do 240 to 300
right
from that one. So if you come off that, you're talking 20. But again, conservatively, what do we want to talk about?
Yeah.
I mean, I think
big deep breath.
I want to see 25. And that's, I think, conservative by the end of the year. But it also depends on how fast they ramp up from NIO Park. And it also depends on if there are shutdowns that throws everything.
That's why it's so hard to give you guys predictions, is because we can't predict the whole global world economy, because we can't predict these crazy viruses going everywhere. And
I think we could probably expect 20,000 at least per month when NIO Park is open. I think that's reasonable.
I think that's fair.
And I don't know what the upside is. I want to see how fast they pump things out. But I think 20,000, and you know what? Even if that's, September, October, November, December, that's 4 months. That's 80,000. That's a lot of vehicles, man. Yeah. I hope we see that. I want to be conservative.
James, the grid is going to need enhancing. Sure. But my guess is China is ahead of us there. Probably. Yeah. Dave, June about 13K. I hope July is over 16. If we can see that consistent, plus 2 to 3K without, any real changes as far as the double shifts, and obviously NIO Park won't be open yet. If we can stay consistent.
Yeah. Well, they said third quarter
up.
We're in third quarter now. And they said third quarter is when they would go to the double shifts. So is that July?
So maybe,
I don't know.
A couple. Who knows? But I do like that, Dave. I do hope July is over 16. That would be impressive.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'll probably be conservative and hope for 15.
Yeah. Gary, love NIO. Been buying for 2 years. Awesome. I even bought 6 shares at 66.
Let's go.
Been there, done that.
Yes.
Most were purchased below 23. Good show, boys.
Nice.
I love it, man.
Thank you.
Let's go, Gary. Thanks, man.
Abby, what's up?
Abby, do you get delivery numbers for the U.S. manufacturers?
Yes, but what's interesting is that I never really think about it. That's a good point. A good question. I think because the margins are so much worse on the conventional vehicles versus what we're seeing with these vehicles. I think that's one thing that makes it more of a highlight of how many vehicles can get put out, because the margins are so strong now with NEVs versus the conventional autos. I think that's more highlighted, I guess. I don't know. I never really thought about it. I'm glad you asked that. Because I know that Ford does a ton of deliveries, but then when I looked at margin, I was like, whoa, yikes.
Right. And obviously she's talking about U.S. companies as well.
Yeah.
So
that's what I was thinking.
I never really have even,
Isn't it
I guess I haven't really thought too much, because they just are so set like in the economy already. I feel like it's not like
it's
as big of a deal.
Kind of an old school thing. Well, again, when I looked at the margins, I said, "Whoa, this is not a highly profitable."
No, no. But yeah, I guess I really haven't thought of it as much, just because they've been so established, and it's people are looking at other things. I feel like more than just the deliveries, as much as we're looking at deliveries, because that's one of our larger tells right now.
Yeah. What's up,
David? Let's go. Hi guys.
Welcome.
What's up, man? Just doing the Friday live stream.
You already know.
As always.
Dave says, "I'm down big with NIO."
Hey, don't worry, man.
But I love the company and the direction they are going. I just have to be patient. I'm with you.
I just have to be patient
on all fronts. And
Roman.
Yeah, just trying to position for that long term. Really excited for where this company's going.
Don't, if it makes you feel any better, Dave, I'm not up. Simply put, I'm not up, and my average is not where I want it to be. And I still sit here with a big old smile on my face, because why not? You know, Roman,
what's up?
Love the live stream.
Let's go. Thanks for stopping by.
Keep up the good work. We're trying.
Yeah, I actually have to be somewhere in a little while. I just realized.
You do?
Yeah.
Cool.
Sometimes I have plans.
Sometimes. Usually, I was going to say, usually I'm the busy one. I'm just hanging out today.
Usually, I'm working on something or other, but I actually have a plan.
Busy
some
man.
Plans. We'll call it some plans.
Some plans.
Busy night ahead, but
okay. So what are you thinking?
I think we better wrap it up.
Think so?
Yeah, but
we're closing in on a 2-hour mark. Is this a new?
Is it?
Is this even longer than like that's?
No, I did the one night earnings call, and that thing went for like 2.5 hours.
But
as far as the longest earnings for Neil I've ever been on.
But as far as me and you, that we did a longer one. Was that last week? We did a longer one. I think that one was like an hour and 30.
I think this is our personal record.
Yeah, let's go
collectively.
It's just Chad.
It was Chad definitely carried us.
Chad was hanging.
We would have been lost without Chad
giving the input.
Yeah, no, I love the NIO community.
It's nice.
It's gonna be fun to watch this thing keep growing too, because it is so early. But that's all right.
Before we log off, guys, I gotta
do it.
I gotta promote it
because I forget.
As always, drop a like. YouTube's all the way over there, cornered over here. You see him. If you can read, of course, not assuming anything. Leave a sub, man. Leave a sub. Leave a comment. Turn on the notifications.
We need them.
We're posting.
We need them. No, I appreciate you. Congratulations to NIO.
Guys.
Congratulations to NIO investors.
Yes.
Who recognize the long-term potential.
Hang in there.
And are excited.
All I gotta say.
Because we are.
Do you want to do your little ending? No,
we're just gonna go, man.
No,
we're just gonna drop it.
All right.
No, we'll see y'all again.
Thank you guys. Next Friday, of course. Actually, talk about this before we get off.
We're keeping it public for a second.
Next Friday, I gotta go golf with my dad, and my family is like a bachelor thing.
That's priority.
So
family's priority.
But the tee times, like, there's one at 10:30 and one a little later. It will probably go past 2. Golfing takes a while.
Seth is trying to say that you're going to be stuck with me.
I mean, maybe we can always try and figure something out, of course, during the week next week. Get one before Friday,
evening stream.
Put something together.
Maybe we'll do an evening stream.
We'll try and figure something out, guys. I hope to see you all next week. I really do. But yeah, I had to let the chat know. You may not see me next week. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. You guys can decide. But
that's all right.
David
shooting it out there. I knew you were early, David. Yeah.
All right, David.
I know. Let's go.
Rub it in
Love
my
it.
face.
I didn't see NIO at that time. So
nope.
$6 is when I heard about it.
That's all right.
All right. We're going to wrap it
up. As always,
see
guys,
y'all again real soon.
Thank you. Appreciate any and all love y'all are leaving us. And we'll see you next week.